We're streaming live. Here we are. Hopefully, those that were on the Zoom link are now on also, because I did both Facebook Live and the Zoom link. So welcome, welcome. Well, here we are once again in this amazing new gateway. My name is Anjahlia. I'm Marisa Sheehan, Kate Loy, and I'm your favorite, I call myself your favorite cosmic shaman, because I'm not exactly a shaman. I'm not exactly a, hello everybody. Make sure to mute yourselves. There we go. So here we are, and we're in this next gateway, and I'm so grateful to be here with you as your gatekeeper, because I'm a channel, I'm an embodied channel, I'm a seer, in fact, a master seer, which means that I can journey with my sight. I am brought pictures by the masters, by God, and God, what God wants me to see, Source wants me to see. And then I am like a translator, a communicator with those realms through my bridge for you. And it's my great honor to do this. And I always just thought I was being very creative as an artist, because I was always seeing things. Even as a small child, I had tremendous nightmares and saw very unfun things. But now I realize it's part of an initiation into the other worlds. And I didn't realize that I could see through those other worlds even as an early child. It just seemed to me that I was very sensitive. So probably many of you feel the same way. It's great to drink water during this activation, because this whole eclipse time period, and even today, it's very valuable to get into some water, take a shower, a bath, drink a lot of water. It's going to be helping you work through these different magnetizations we're receiving from the solar energies, the lunar energies, grounding through us and into the earth. That's our, in a way, that's our whole designated passageway as humans. Basically, to remember who we are, our multidimensional nature, back to source, back to that connection. So each one of these gateways is supremely powerful for you. And I feel really pulsed to use any of my specialties and skill sets and abilities that I can help you move through them, through this process. And something that I'm very excited about for some reason is that these activations aren't just you listening, you're actually activating within, and divine codes are coming in, DNA. We have the ascended masters, and tonight, our council that's overlighting our full moon lunar eclipse gateway activation is Metatron, who always joins us, MAHATMA, Blue Mother Mary, YESHUA, Magdalene, Babaji. But we have a Trinity that's going to be speaking to us that shared like a personal download for you. I don't know what's going on with my throat. I'm just going to talk a little bit like I like to do about things that are more in my personality before I get into the higher channeled levels from the masters. But these time periods are fascinating. And I know it may seem frightening on the earth level, especially if you listen to news. But from the higher level, where I tend to look into what's going on here, and also even from a cosmic level, and I'm a universal perception being, so I see from that universal scope, which is a lot kinder for us than listening from the earth level. Thank you so much. And each of these, like the solar eclipses, like we've been in this trinity of, they call it eclipse season. And I always find eclipses are the most transformational time period. So they're a little like looking at them with a little intrepidation, but also with this realization that the things brought up by the eclipse are things that are calling and asking for this shift. And that what we want to do in our bodies is move through this gateway gracefully. And that's what my honor and journey is, to try to assist you gracefully move through these gateways, so that then you're more in tune to who you really are, your authentic nature. So we've been releasing illusion. It's like, it doesn't stop, right? One illusion starts to come up, one dark illusion, and then this light quality moves through it, and then another starts to come up. And this is part of the chaos that's really part of the creation aspect. So it's the same thing as not, I'm going to listen to my hands, because my hands know what to do. You know, once you know me, that my hands are divinely ordained. So I'm just working already with bringing up, like almost pulling up some of this old magma. It's like the old distress, let's call it, of humanity. And we are in a whole, this whole season is birthing your new consciousness. So we're working through so many woundings from other lifetimes that are working through you multidimensionally. Like with my privates, I'm working with past lives with Egypt, past lives with Atlantis, past lives with Lemuria. All these are some of the greater conflicts with humanity, plus our own karma and our lineage karma. So we're clearing these gateways, these pathways of our heart, of our multidimensional nature, and returning to our own counsel and our own recognition of our family of light and what our place is, what our purpose is, what our keepership, our divine Christed I am. And that's going to be part of an ongoing process. As we work together, we'll continue to kind of hone and shine and polish your beautiful faceted diamond, and who you came here to be, your avatar self. We're always channeling lately about your avatar ascended nature. It's like, that's what we're calling in when I'm working with you in privates or in these groups, calling in this part of you that it's already ascended, part of you that already knows your connection to source, to Mother Gaia, to the earth, to the suns, the solar gateways of the sun, the lunar gateways. Everything is really more of a remembrance, which is in a way a beautiful salvation for the human nature, as it seems like that's an impossibility, but our DNA is getting ramped up. All these gateways, all these different cycles of the earth, we're being just brought through with higher and higher and higher frequencies that are working in amazing manner for us. So we're releasing and rebooting the masculine of creation to the cosmic Christ consciousness. And it's this like the new masculine, the new Christ masculine, and the new Christ feminine, which is a very, very powerful place to be because it's balanced in either side of our being, right? And the solar eclipses bring in this enlightening and moving through in the initiations and the resolutions. Like you might notice, like through these eclipses, you start finishing projects and checking them off your list, and having a drive like you haven't had before to like complete things so that you're moving in a new direction. Because as we complete and shut those doorways, another one's going to open up. So the more you close those doorways, more is going to open up for you. And it's really aligning with your new choices and your cosmic heart. Like that your heart, you'll see in our guided mastery that your heart's going to be your steering wheel, your cosmic steering wheel. And then with the solar, these lunar eclipses, they're washing away all those old stuck solar eclipse triggers and activations that are been unhooking from the past. Because really what we're going to be doing also in this is Metatron will be bringing you your own MERKABA, which I'll be explaining a little bit more. Well, maybe I'll explain it now. Well, let me explain first about what else is going to be happening. So with these lunar, that's like the feminine, we're asked to look at our core wounds and the vulnerability, the inadequacy. And what's really coming up is the mother wound. It's really huge. It was huge for me personally. It's abandonment from source. And once you can uncover this mother wound and return to this connection to what source feels like, that source is bringing you everything you need, that the universe is watching out for you, you start changing your world. You start becoming powerful in a aligned manner, not in the ego manner, because your heart was never going to take an ego path. Your heart is always going to take the highest path that's win-win, that's concerned and caring. It's this feminine principle coming back into us that we so gratefully need, right? Into the voice, into the higher chakras, into the earthing and the, they're calling the being nature. That is again something I want to just like punctuate, because we came through this pandemic, which was really in a way a beautiful reset. That this sense of the being, of the feminine. And if you didn't notice that, either you went ahead already through that, or else you need to, because that is a reset. I'm just listening to what they want to say. That must happen. Otherwise, you'll be controlling in a manner, listening, that doesn't align to your truth. So it's a beautiful tool to realize that you already know the right way, but you have to listen in the right way. And listening in the right way is with your beautiful sovereign heart, your Christed, I am your child, your innocent child that you are. Whew. So we'll be activating diamond solar light and this God golden DNA that's coming from this diamond sun body back into us. And it may be creating some aches, some pains. I continually have something with my digestion each eclipse. It's been fascinating. And it's because we really are being called to digest on a large level, something new and without control. And creation is the best. It works the best when things are totally like lost control, chaotic, moving through things like thunderstorms, right? My studio was hit by lightning yesterday or the day before. And I'm always thinking that that lightning, it burned out one of the internets, but allowed something else new to come in. It's almost like burning out old communication and opening into new communication. And I got a whole new net set up that's going to be better. And here we are on it. So ultimately, we're moving through this amazing solar plasma energy. It's building with the Leo sun and igniting this great central sun and the sun of our own universe coming into us, into our hearts, into this diamond solar heart, and moving us through this next gateway. Coming up is the Lion's Gate, which is always very, very powerful. So you're almost like building your power. So we will be, just like we always have been, is Metatron will be bringing us a MERKABA at some point. And we'll be downloading this technology that really is like sacred geometry. I'll show you what it looks like. This is a Metatronic 7-pointed star. It has all, inside of it, it has all the platonic solids. And it's multidimensional. It's not flat like these. But in that, it kind of takes you to all levels of yourself. And I like to show that just in case they come up with this. This is a torus, which is kind of like, it feels like it's multidimensional, moving you through the heavenly realms and the lower realms. And it's like a giant donut. This is a seed of life. And it creates the flower of life and the Vestia Pisces. And that sometimes they're speaking about these things. So I want to show you things. This is a Metatronic tree of life. Again, it's a geometry that will, it's like an aid for humanity, a multidimensional aid. Because we're used to thinking more in geometries. It's like, how do you comprehend from being in the 3D, right? Here we are, flesh and blood, walking on the earth. That's the 3-dimensional. It's pulsing itself out into the 4th and 5th dimensions. And ultimately we'll be living in a much higher level dimension that's going to create the heaven earth promise. That's what I call it. So we'll be working with our MERKABAs, and then we'll be going on a journey. So we'll see how they go. I'm just going to channel the whole thing for direct. But here's the letter. This is from our Trinity for tonight. This is from MAHATMA, Blue Mother Mary, and YESHUA. This is our council. Drink a little bit of water. I also suggest using some essential oil, just because it brings you quickly into the olfactory and into the higher chakras. And after this letter, I'm going to actually sing a sonic, cosmic song to ground you all so that you'll receive these high-level transmissions more easily. So let's take a deep breath in and just send our heart beams to one another across the oceans, to all who watch this at all times. As we create a heart portal together. A heart portal that is boundless, that is limitless, that continues to grow, that is organic, and that it serves the highest good of all beings. Allowing your mind to gently melt into your breath, down into your heart. As we call to open an earth portal beneath us. To help ground all that we receive, to manifest into your lives, into the earth plane that is ascending and activating. As we now call to open a spiritual portal above you. And we call to the ascended masters, the archangels, the sisterhood, the brotherhood of light, the Elohim, the Eloha, the 7 earth archangels, Archangel Michael, with his blue ray sword, Excalibur. Just gently moving above, below, inside, outside, all around you with the sword. To assist in this releasing of the old, letting go of those attachments, giving them to God, those burdens. So that all the encoded DNA messages, the codes of light, the dispensations that are going to be brought to us in this session are easily digested. As we call in Archangel Gabriel, Raphael, Jophiel, Camuel, Zadkiel, Uriel, to create a 7-pointed star around us, like a beautiful nest. It will grow as our MERKABA grows with Metatron. And we call in a golden pyramid around us to anchor, ground us in this project. And we just shifted the energy. My hearing just went into the next stage. Whoa, good job. Really grounding. And it's a gold and then also an overlay of an emerald pyramid that are counterclockwise to one another. We're really working deeply with this new grounding, they're saying. And a lot of Egyptians are here also. And Lord Sirius. And the Ashtar. And there are 3 ships of light above us. Just breathing into your beautiful heart, into the center, which we call the flame that is you, your Christed I am, your 3-fold flame of pink, of gold, of blue, of love, light and wisdom, and balanced power. That our job is to balance and harmonize this flame at all times. And to balance our masculine, feminine pillar, which we will be in our journey. And we call in our special emissary team of Ascended Masters and counterparts, our magical team, as well as we call to open the inner earth, the middle earth realms, the creation realms. As we anchor above with below in our heaven on earth process. So here we go with the letter from our council. Beloved hearts, we are in an important shift of consciousness of all humanity. This is a paradigm shift, an upgrade, unplugging from the old, the worn, the tarnished life. Letting go with these powerful Trinity eclipses to reunite, to spark the adrenaline from deep, deep, deep within you. That is an inner force that will renew you, reignite you, and open locked doorways to your new human self. The new Hueman. This is a restoration project for the entirety of all humanity. The birthright of all humans and sentient beings to be free. Liberation is at hand. And in this July 5th gateway activation, we will be activating these unity and liberty codes. Metatron will align us to our own force within, to our united infinity codes, using the sacred vehicle of the MERKABA light ship. We travel through an outer journey of self-discovery, only to reclaim our original birthright, our full and true DNA, our Christed I Am, Avatar God presence. We begin together a new contemplation of right, wrong, and what is your birthright here on the earth. Many are questioning the rightness in society, politics, and amongst ourselves. It is a massive pulsation of the inner soul, the inner earth rumblings. The prophecy of heaven upon this earth erupts like a volcano of creation. We each as humans are bringing about this miracle within us, as well as without us, outside of us, in this cosmic recalibration. Truly, a miracle is in the making. It is in the making. Let us celebrate this together. It is a day of jubilee, of exaltation, of rejoicing. For the new Christ has come. The kingdom is arising. And from the depth of Agartha, cities of light in the middle earth kingdoms. This is a heavenly asset of the co-creatorship of the earth. It is the uniting of the heavenly with the earthly that is opening this portal of new service to the new light of humanity. Together, we are in the co-creatorship of the creative source communion. It is the God's project within each of us that is warranting a new nebula. This nebula is an activation force of your own God nature. It is a genome of generating divinity, of the new domain of your own masculine feminine field of unity and oneness. The confluence of the astrology right now allows for this coalescence. Venus conjunct with Jupiter opens the doorways to new things, doorways of growth that are marrying and attuning to the Hieros Gamos, the marriage of masculine, feminine, dark, light, the story of creation. We are each activating a stairway to heaven, but heaven will unfold in your own way, your own purposes, your own symbiosis with all things in your field and of what you are. It is ever so important to swim in the beauty of this miracle of your own God creator genome, to swim and create the most heavenly atmosphere, environment you could possibly imagine. So imagine. We will be imagining together, reimagining and setting the new directive that is yet undefined, with new territories and new plateaus. We will be activating an activation of the Hieros Gamos, the masculine principle marrying with the feminine, co-creating the Vestia Pisces and the seed of life, the flower of life. There it is again. The new birth of your form, your consciousness, your hopes, and your dreams. So let us begin with Metatron to build our MERKABA meditation, this cycle. To open these new doorways of co-creation, to call upon all of my keepership, keeper of the Christ gateways of creation, that all these gateways may open for you, beloved ones. So take a moment to move down into your heart. As we call forth our Trinity, we call forth Lord Metatron. To enter into our sacred ceremony. To assist us in this embodiment. New program. As he brings first the triangle with the point up before us, that is vibrating with many vibrating lines around the triangle. It is moving in co-creation at this very moment with all within you that is looking to be more grounded and anchored. And I'm going to do the song I mentioned to ground and anchor as we will assist Metatron with this new grounding of the pyramid. It's calling in for all, calling in all, calling in all of you now. Calling, calling, calling all to ground. Riehu, riehu, riehu. You can do this, you know how we say, you know, you know, you know. Rielu, rehuilu. Releasing all old confines, all old limitations. Ratu, ratu, ahu, 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 calling the angelic
your sacrum, releasing, dumping all tarnish, all forbidden, dumping away into the base, out of the bowel, letting go, releasing control, releasing control. Hallelujah. So this dynamic auto-atomic nature, golden nature, joins, moves, co-creates deep inside the earth realms. So that you know who you are. Now, your place, this moment, as your pyramid begins to anchor with Metatron deeply now through your link chakra into your feet, your anchoring chakras. Settling in your hips. As an ancient one has just come with us to help us with this anchoring in the hips, an ancient dragon. You may wish to wiggle your hips side to side, allow for a greater birthing of this stable geometry. Your dragon now sits deeply in you, in the basin of your cellular memory, with the balancing of the two legs of the dragon and the tail, a further balance of this great magical being. Let us welcome and honor this dragon, very green and rusty green, with platelets that shimmer and sparkle, an emerald, as if it is made of the earth, but you cannot see it because it is of the earth, but it can become visible. And then in the second moment can be reflective like a mirror. And you don't see this one. So let us bow now in honor of this privilege of meeting our dragon keeper. That this one says
This is the keeper of this gateway. This is a privilege to be here with you, to show this gateway keeper, this guardian, that he will show to our group that he is willing to make this movement forward for the greater birth of your new earth shaman, he says. Of this greater portent, this coming of the new earth, this carrying of your own torch, your own liberty torch of freedom, that it must come from within you, that no one may assist you, that is moving now into your own very heart now, as this dragon is illuminating with his heart, his pulsing red heart that's shining through his skin. It's pulsing with your heart. Breathe in. It's pulsing in a dynamism that releases control, fear, and any control mechanisms that may have previously asserted themselves without your own knowing or your free will to say no. This heart is bringing you, as it pumps, as you breathe, you intentionalize your breath, attuning to your I am, your Christed heart, and the heart of this ancient guardian. That this is part of the grounding team that's going to be working with your MERKABA, with Metatron, but to anchor this Christed realm more consciously in your daily lives, in your purposes, your projects. You as commander in chief. Breathing deeply now, as you may begin to pulse or rock. Giving way to this sway, this dance with the dragon guardian, this sweeping, clearing these lower chakras, these old paradigms that are needing to be replaced, but we must sweep them out, sweeping, clearing through those lower chakras, these doorways that open to create a greater pathway beneath you. As this is beginning to clear now, like a shot of light moving through your pillar. from the higher realms, from the Elohim, the Eloha. Breathing in now, you may see and feel a great sun, a great light within you beginning to form in the brow, in the eyes. As Metatron now brings the pyramid with the point down from the heavenly skies, the solar libraries, the central sun, the great central sun, the great, great central sun, and beyond. With many triangles pointing downwards. Breathing into these triangles again as we are working in an embodiment process. This is not easy. But together we can do this together. As our MERKABA builds, we build this co-creator force within ourselves. That our heart is beginning to beat in consecratity. Consecratity is a word of consecrity. In consecrity. They are so amazing with their verbal ability. The consegrity of this heavenly realm above, in consegrity with your heart, and at the same time with the lower realm. We are now moving these lower, the higher triangles down with Metatron, as more and more light is flooding through your soul star, your crown chakra. Through your ring of telepathic crystals. We're igniting those telepathic crystals, each one with the soul star ring of telepathic crystals, attuning the Christ flame inside each crystal, an exact delineation for your ascension plan, cleaning, whoa, just more and more light, cleaning and clearing these higher realms, connecting to the higher thought forms, the higher chakras. And now moving to the crown chakra below the soul star and your telepathic crystals, this ring like a halo. And it depends upon your own keepership, how many crystals are there. But we're lighting up, especially in the back, the crystals with Christ light, Christ flame inside each crystal, especially in the back. Yes, zoo, 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 zoo. Breathe in back there because they're having a little difficulty. There's some old belief systems stuck in those telepathic crystals. In the 5D world, we're going to be telepathic. So this is an extra gift that we're being given. Many of you, they say, are already working telepathically. This is just clearing, cleaning your telepathic gateway with this activation. And now the pineal, we're working with the pineal. Just breathing into the pineal, in the middle of your brain, pineal, 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 connecting to your brow, vibrating, igniting any carbon or confining mercury or chemicals that may be confining your pineal. Fluoride. Just pulling that off. Ooh, and now this beautiful like plume begins to grow from your pineal out in front of your brow chakra, this like almost like an ostrich plume, like this cosmic creation, point of cosmic creation, out of the point of cosmic creation. Woo! This helps connect you to your avatar, insights and sight. Woo! Now we're moving on. There's a unicorn horn. We're just getting everything today. We're like breaking loose. So there's a little baby unicorn horn for some, and a larger one, and some ones that's been broken. Somebody's broken, has a broken unicorn horn. We're just going to ask to restore that. Into its original origin, its blueprint, there, moving. Into its own sense of its connection to God consciousness. It's direct, like delineation. It like points up, right? That's so beautiful. And if any of you are seers, to see what color your horn is, and to open into this sight. This is part of something that I'm supposed to do, is help people open their sight. Now I'm going to do a little light language. Relu, 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 rama, we we he, gwe, 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 how mo gwe, sie, che mo we. This is like a biblical fellow, like an Elohim. It's saying that this is the promise made to you by God. We hello ma qui helena tu chana me. Talonakte manoe, no manume manole do dauma do ye a chuinalo, the ena getting and a cachunon the negre, o magwe in a oh yay. I'm just going to pull off anything that's unclear. And anything off from this time period, let's ask for assistance, because there's a great deal that's unclear. And that the veil walls are clearing. And they're sharing that that's part of our work together in these activations, is to pull off all old detritus, any blockages, from this sealed veil walls. I'm calling in for clarity, truth, honor, humility, naivety, and the codes of the unicorn, the pure heart, the feminine principle. That may shine and illuminate all difficulty. It's now more and more light is moving through your field, your chakra systems, your telepathic crystals, your auric field, your pillar. Wow, more and more light. And now there's colors coming in. as I move my hand in creation, they say. And we're shape-shifting the creator matrix together here. That this is complex but simple. That you each have talents and gifts and specialties that are here to bless this earth. That in your heart you know this now. As we say this, it's clear to you. You came here for a greater reason, a higher purpose than a singular polarized life. That there is a great plan that is moving through you as we speak. This activating this plume of this consciousness, connecting you, connecting you, connecting you. Vibrating again at this soul star crystal ring, halo around the soul star. As the MERKABA is beginning to take form, allow in a softness is coming now. We've moved through a lot of density, through all your timelines. And now we're moving to the crown chakra, the telepathic crystals around the crown. We've illuminated them and moving now to the telepathic ring at the brow. This one is always, for me, when I'm working with these crystals, the most congested. So we worked with some very old congested on the higher realms. And so this one might actually lift easily because we did that. And this is about, there's sharing that this is where you keep yourself in conformity. In fact, we're going to go anti-clockwise now. You keep yourself in conformity, in limitation, going down the well-worn road that seems comfortable. We're opening these crystals. Now it's moving again anti-clockwise. This is letting go of the principles of the shoulds, we call it, the judgments of other people manipulating you, of needing to please other people, and being controlled in many levels. It's moving through control, being controlled and controlling. So you may reconnect with source, this new definition that we're working with, we're honoring. Letting go the old paradigm. How did it serve you? Let it go. There we go. Oy, oy, oy. Let go that old paradigm. Now we're working in the brow chakra. So breathe into the brow with that breath. It's your Christed I Am breath. Every time you breathe in, you're breathing into who you are and you're letting go who you are not. And that's your part of your vehicle journey. As the MERKABA is beginning to grow and anchor around us. Normally we work more with it, but this is a deeper strengthening of your telepathic ability, your connection to source, your ability to see through veil walls, to ground and anchor this work on the earth. That is something that I'm going to be working with in all my privates and my groups, is that we're really going to be working with the avatar nature, but grounding it. So now there's a held belief in my right hand, which means there's disillusionment, they say, and it's something that's uncharacteristic to you and your personality. Something that has been showing up. This is in your brow chakra. Just breathe into your brow, front and back. And for the brow chakra of all humanity. This is where conforming judgments, being judged and judging others. Whoa, if this is just moving, this is why it's hard, it's stuck, it's moving. This is what we need to do together with our group, MERKABA, in our collective consciousness. Thank you so much that we, as souls, come together and we can do planetary service also. Because this is really where you can see all the judgment and all the politics, all the dirty games and the lack of integrity of the higher goals. I always channeling from the masters, the common goal. Like we've lost the common goal. So we're just looking to, we're working with being undermined right now. This is a lot of old, previously ingrained issues in your brow chakra, in the thymus, in this pandemic, in viruses, in lower vibratory fields of the viral, the contagion, the sneaky, the just sneaking up on you, undermining you. All these old paradigm issues, we're just shape-shifting them away. With your cosmic shaman, like it's almost like I have a rattle in my hands. I do have a turtle rattle. I'm going to use it because it's very stuck here. We need all your help. All the places where you felt undermined by anybody, anything, institution, politics. Good. Whew. Good. That's helping. Now we're moving back to the pineal. Again, working with this shape-shifting, with this miracle of the MERKABA that's moving the heavenly energies through your chakra system, grounding it into that lower triangle, grounding the higher into the lower, into the Sri Yantra that we're creating in our purpose of bringing heaven to earth. Now we're moving through the throat chakra. And our dragon is still here behind me. It's still here. It's part of this multidimensional totem that we're working with. And the dragon is breathing fire, plasma fire through the throat. And this dragon says, this is my dragon. And Now we're giving and receiving. We're giving and receiving. We're giving and receiving from our throat chakra. And letting go of anything that's traumatic, anything that's like an old prison, anything that's like when you find those confines. The throat is very important. It brings the higher to the heart. So the places where we've shut down or ignored our own truth, our own heart truth, right? We stay in control in the mind, in the ego. It doesn't serve us, especially now, because we want the ego to melt into the heart mind, the one heart. So we want to let go of those traumas. They're not the truth right now. Nope, here we are. We're working with miracles, baby. We're not standing around idle. We're shape-shifting. We're going to do this thing. Good, we got time. So just breathing into your throat. And now there's a sense of your own cosmic purpose. There's almost a sadness in your field, in your auric field, right around the throat chakra. It's this fear or this sense of sadness that you didn't really get to do what you came here to do, that you didn't really do a good enough job. You didn't really know how. All those things, we just honor them. Those are just emotions. We honor them, let them go. It's not the truth of who you are. Good, good job. Your throat is calling to be activated. And we're calling in a dispensation into the throat now. Metatron is bringing a Metatronic cube that's a platonic solid. It's a very multidimensional cube into the throat chakra, and it's spinning and bringing in this higher communion, the dispensation and the gift of the higher communion that will move through your throat, through your voice, in your projects, in your business. More elegant. And now we have another dispensation of a beautiful gold-throated hummingbird, or it might be a nightingale for some people. It might be a hummingbird for others. And it's coming and bringing this sense of this gilded quality of your throat. That this divine tool that we have can start to use its own presence in this amazing sonic tonal mastery that you each hold, that this brings in the Christed truth of your throat, of your words, of your deeds, and this new harmonizing of the new earth shaman that you are. And the things that you may need to say that you haven't said to finish old business with the relations with people. As we move now to the throat and the thymus. The thymus is the high heart and the relationship chakra. And it just really feels like a lot of density here through all the different relationships that may be unresolved. We're kind of bouncing atomic energy through these molecules. This cosmic attunement and the gateway activation in this eclipse, full moon, marriage. And again, your throat is working through any confines, limitations, self-negations, into its true purpose. It's the gifts of the tongue, the gifts that you know you have, that you may have shared as a child, but were shut down. You may be wishing to start light languaging, which will move multidimensional language through you. And it's moving in your throat now. Look at it, it begins to swirl clockwise, swirling as we move through the throat chakra with our higher MERKABA triangle, moving down through the throat, the thymus, through any control, through the thymus, through the fear, through the paranoia, through the paranoid, the obsessive, the micromanaging, the compulsive, the obsessive compulsive need to control, just letting that go, releasing managing, letting go into a new harmonization. So that trusting the divine plan, the divine timing, as the MERKABA begins to spin, moving through this thymus, bringing your multidimensional template, harnessing your DNA as we move down through the thymus, moving into this sense of coalescing. It's a beautiful word, but unusual. It's like moving through all things, light and water, air, fire, ether, earth. We're like moving through our cosmic cocktail. Now we're in the heart. We're fully in our heart. Just allow yourself to begin to tune into this heart. And we still have the dragon behind us with his dragon heart, vibrating with our heart, our higher heart, our middle heart, and our lower heart. Like 3-heart system. Never heard that before. But he's vibrating, like shining this pulsating light of the heart. Like your heart begins to become vibratory itself. And we're shaking off all old partnerships that were brokenhearted through all time, space, and dimension, through relations with our heritage, with our lineage, with our guardians of the earth, with our multidimensional totems, with our 7 gateways of our heart. Opening these 6 gateways now around this temple that you are as a heart. That this flame inside the center of your heart is your heart flame. Breathing into that as now we swirl counterclockwise with the heart. We open these gateways around your heart. Breathing into the centermost one that's here to anchor you. This is challenging for some here with us. That this is a place we've forgotten about, to really hone your breath and your skill set into that heart flame. Knowing that this is you honoring yourself, and honor your heart flame. Bow to it. Humbly bow. And ask to anchor this heart flame deep inside this temple that you are, that you may know this temple, that you may know the sacred union. That you may believe again. In yourself. Into this higher dignity. It's now the solar fathers, the suns, move their vibratory energy through you. Once more, through this pillar that you are, and further ignite your heart to forgiveness. Forgiving all that may have happened through all time, through all space, through all dimensions. But here you are now, you're vibrating in your MERKABA, and there's a beautiful diamond MERKABA in the center of your heart. A tiny, revolving MERKABA, diamond MERKABA that's resolving and dissolving as it moves. It's resolving and it's dissolving everything. So just put in your cosmic diamond heart, this solar diamond heart, MERKABA, anything that's troubling you or bothering you, anything you're working with in your process, in your business, in relations, just put it into this solar diamond MERKABA in your heart flame, and allow it to clean your temple through all levels of your temple, into every crevice and shadow behind your altar, inside your great crystal that you are. Good. This is now becoming almost like a spaceship itself. But we're going to call in the 6 directions. We're calling in the gateway to open in the front of your heart of Venus. Calling in Lord and Lady Venus, Venus Kumara, Sanat Kumara. Calling in all the gifts of your ascended Venusian self. Reaching to those greater love vibrations, bringing them back into your heart flame, and moving behind you 6 feet out to the Syrian gateway. Calling in Lord and Lady Sirius and your Syrian higher self, and bring back through that corridor, that gateway, into your heart the truth. And go now to the right to the Chiron gateway, to Lord and Lady Chiron. Calling upon them in your higher self of Chiron to bring back your expanded avatar self into your heart flame. As we go to the left, to your Pleiadian gateway. Open, calling in Lord and Lady Pleiades in your Pleiadian higher self. Opening to these gifts of your mastery into your heart flame. Stoking your flame each time. As we move now above you to the Andromedan gateway, the Lord and Lady Andromeda, your Andromedan higher self. Bring all that is above down below and into your heart to merge. In this merger of your heart, soul, and spirit. This cadence, this song that you are, as we move more multidimensionally now. You may feel it. I'm moving a little fast, but I want to make sure our time is well used. Moving downwards now to the Arcturian gateway, Lord and Lady Arcturus, to your higher self, your Arcturian higher self, and all the knowledge and the wisdom of this Arcturian higher self to be brought back up and through you and into your heart, into this solar diamond, MERKABA, into your crystal inside your heart, in your temple. That all is vibrating multidimensionally, attuning to itself now. As a great bolt of lightning is moving and radiating from above, clearing through your pillar, radiating a very high field of your own Christed light. This DNA restructuring is what this lightning bolt is all about. So just breathe into this lightning bolt and allow it to generate a new generation. Work through however many strands of your DNA you now have, the highest level that you are capable of. Your genome, its purpose, to ground and anchor here, like a bolt of lightning. Some of you may relate to this, to surge with this relational empowerment. In the commerce of Capricorn, that your astrology begins to meld, move with you. In your Christ nature, to format a blessing, a type of shock wave. That as you begin to pulsate with the Earth Mother, the Gaia heart, the Gaia Ma, you begin to activate and acknowledge something deep within your DNA structure that is coming back, reattuning and awakening. As you are in an awakening process. The Elohim and the Eloha, the angels are here. The ships of light. As your MERKABA begins to dissolve and become transparent, pearlescent, transparent, plasmic pearlescence, and your plasma light body is giving way within your MERKABA to ascension codes of this plasmic state that is like Power of God working within you. The eye of God healing your core wounds. Healing your mother wound. As now a great emerald surge from Mother Gaia comes up through you, through beneath you, meeting in this plasmic center. With a state of Hieros, marriage, the highest marriage, the highest gain.
Bah. 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 Bah.
That this plasmic territory washes, purifies, and cleanses the old paradigm of duality, limitation, separation, into a plasmic state of gold, the golden, eternal, plasmic, convolution of creation, beloved ones. Plasmic state of creation is entering your centering device. Milfoil, millions and millions of layers in your lotus. Inside this plasmic concentration, joining heaven and earth through the eye of the needle, through the eye of God, purifying and cleansing. To see yourself as the Christed divine, the God within. The child of God. The communion of Source. The masculine, the feminine reunion. The one, the divine one that you are. Nero mother nemorene meru dulu rena dure madu galuta he madu ye he rahu aleluya aleluya grounding and anchoring,
Coming into prayer pose if you may. As the MERKABA now begins to swirl in a cadence of its own new beginning, an evolutionary force projecting, penetrating, igniting the seed of creation within you, in all your creation chakras. Through the dignity of your own Hieros Gamos, your own accelerated nature, your guide of the innate wisdom, that you are a co-creator, beloved. It is now, in this now moment, we give you a few moments to see these thoughts, as we mentioned earlier, these visions, these imaginations. This is your opportunity, your time of creation, as we hold this field, this MERKABA, this seed of creation. There's the seed again that opens into the entire flower of life of your being. Take this moment and create for yourself, for your loved ones, for your health, for your wisdom, for your ascension, for the ascension of all beings, for the earth, for the water, for all the elements, the crystal, the elementals, the nature, the oceans, the sea creatures, the water creatures, the flowers, the trees, the mountains, the tundras, the snow-peaked mountains, the waterways, the ley lines, the dragon lines, the grid, pathways, the song lines, the oceans, the poles, north and south, the shifting, your cosmic connection, the cosmic connection of this earth to all others, to the galactic, celestial, universal territories, the returning of your own truth, that you are a brother, a sister, a mother, a child, a father, a lover. You are the beloved, and the beloved is you. You are the gateway. You are the MERKABA. You are the life, the new earth life force. Stay in the stillness, and I will be quiet for a few moments. I promise.
And let us give thanks to all your visioning, all your imagining, to honor it, the truth of it, to bring it into this crystalline, pure creation, field of oneness. That you have come through this activation of your Heros, the masculine principle, marrying with the feminine principle, co-creating your own Veskia Pisces, which is a doorway to your seed of life, your flower of life, your new birth of your new form, your new consciousness, your new hopes and dreams. But as you empty out, create the 0 point, anything may happen, all miracles. As you return to this pure potential, nothing can stop you. Being grateful for this initiation with our Trinity Masters, with Metatron. Bringing us through this journey to a new existence, where we easily transform all in our lives to magic, to miracles, to truth, open gateways that we celebrate in this 4th of July. Gateway activation, full moon, lunar eclipse. That we're celebrating liberation from within, freedom of our earthly bodies, from the false form, from the false matrix, and coming into our own activations, our own light, our own love, our own empowered nature, our own avatar. May you take this with your own counsel. Guide yourself through your own MERKABA meditation with this beautiful diamond Metatronic MERKABA. It is like a centering device. It will guide you and anchor you higher and lower, merging and managing, symbiotically in consegrity, alignment, attunement. And you may walk as the new shaman, fully empowered at love, in love with all life. Connected to source, to mother, father, as this innocent divine child that you are. And your pillar, your MERKABA, is so needed here on this earth. We are so grateful that you have joined us this day, that you will take all that you've learned and move it through your lives, through your keeperships. Gift it, give. Join us on our other gateways as we continue this new earth, new tribe, new earth tribe together. I bow namaste to you and honor your path. And I'm so honoring of being here as your gatekeeper. Let us thank all that came here including our dragon, the unicorns, Metatron, Mary, Yeshua, Melchizedek, Nada, Magdalene, Source. And bring everything that you receive and give it away. So you receive and you give and you receive, and it will all come back time and time again. So please share this. It'll also be on YouTube and Facebook. Share it with any friends you think might enjoy it. It'll be on my blog, on my website, www.anjahlia.com. Remember to drink a lot of water, take a shower or a bath, and you are all new, ready to go after this eclipse, Trinity completion. Namaste, beloved ones. Bye-bye.